There's a lot of similarities.
You know, except that he's not a heavyweight.
Everlast trunks.
Yeah, that's right. Close.
Through 3 rounds, Kovacev clearly in command of this fight. Now, even though Parker's throwing more, as the right hand dropped him. Just that quick.
6, 7, 8.
The right hand has been the big problem for Parker, getting away from Kovacev's right hand, and that one put him down.
Kovacev looking for it again now, and Parker on his bike, just trying to stay out of harm's way.
Well, the only sport that Parker didn't compete in was track, and he's showing us a little bit of that now.
Good body shot by Kovacev. Just came right in with the right hand of the body. He's really looking to load up. There's another shot that sends Parker reeling across the ring. Won't take much more, I don't believe, for Parker to go.
And Kovacev is doing a very smart thing by working the body as well during this onslaught.
There was a right hand, drove him into the ropes. One more, I'm sure, will do it. Or 2 or 3. Parker fights off the ropes.
You know, Kevin Parker is a gritty performer and a tough guy. You really have to give him credit for that.
Absolutely.
Has not honed his boxing skills to this point, but he's a rugged competitor. Kovacev looking for the lead right. You can see trying to throw it. And in the meantime, happy to accept some more to the body. Nice move by Kovacev there.
Got there with the left hand that time. Parker holds on. The right hand in the chest by Kovacev. Kovacev's a strong fighter.
He really is.
You know, and here again, he's fighting in a weight division where it doesn't take a lot. Cruiserweight division really devoid of real talent, if you will.
Yeah, very few cruiserweights to speak of that you don't have a shot at beating, and he's got a shot at beating a lot of them.
I think he does.
I'll tell you what, he is, one thing he is a very good body puncher. I mean, he has shown us the ability to do that.
There was a right hand again.
Well, he's able to just load up with the right and like a guided missile, just get ready and nail him with it.
Parker just going on grit here, and another full takedown. Wrong sport, however. So the 4th round ends with the apparent winner on the canvas, but it won't matter.
It was a right hand by Kovacev that put Kevin Parker down early in the last round. Parker was able to sustain, though, and get through that round.
There was some conversation in Parker's corner about whether or not he wanted to stop the fight. The doctor was in there, and the referee went in there, and I think Larry Hazard, who's the commissioner here in the state of New Jersey, told the referee, go over there and tell him you can't be tackling guys. And the numbers in the last round are pretty much as they have been. Very high percentage from Kovacev. Very high. And a lot of that, the body work.
Yeah, that body work made a big impact.
Literally.
Yes, literally.
And a reminder that still to come, our main event with another Russian fighter, Alexander Popov, fighting Bruce Seldon, the new and improved model thereof.
And a very important bout for both men, especially for Seldon, who needs to come back after the loss to Tubbs. He'd won 6 straight up to that point, and that loss set him back. And as we mentioned on the Open, he's been trying to retool his efforts. We'll see how well he does. He had to change opponents very quickly with the Dodge Artillery not getting here.
Kovacev tried to throw that uppercut from outside. Talked on numerous occasions about what a difficult punch that is.
Really is astonishing in many ways that Parker is still here in this 5th round. Well, you know, you sense when you're talking to him today that he's a gritty guy and that he was going to give it his all, even if it is an unpolished effort on his part.
He'll go out in the shield. I don't think there's any question about that.
But Kovacev He's able to land that right hand almost whenever he feels like it.
Boy, good body shot.
Just an excellent. I mean, this is as nice in that exhibition of body punching as you can see. Now, part of that is the fact that it's being offered to him also by Parker. You made a very good point, Barry, about cruiserweights. And we say it all the time, but it's true. Anytime you see a cruiserweight that has some skill, you got to say to yourself, you might get somewhere.
This guy's bona fide cruiserweight, too, 189 pounds. And he does not look like the kind of guy who could put on the extra 20 or 25 pounds to get into the heavyweight division. He looks very much like a cruiserweight who shall be a cruiserweight.
Yeah, nor does he have, I don't think, any interest in going up.
Parker might have been hurt again, but he is going to get through this 5th round. Good right hand again. And we'll be back.
How good this boxer works to the inside and to the body and the head. Kobuzov really working well with the left hook downstairs.
So this is the 6th round of a scheduled 6-round fight. And I don't think the outcome is in any serious doubt. I think it's only how it winds up.
And there is an indication of that with the punch numbers. And that 55% is there primarily because he has thrown so many to the body. The 3 cruiserweight champions now, Bobby Ches, Anaclet Wamba, and Al Cole. And in my opinion, the cruiserweight champion in waiting, and that is Orlin Norris. And that, you know, I never make statements like this, but there are, oh, good right hand. That hurt Parker.
And he is really done now. Backs into a corner, tries to fight out. Kobuzov might not have been quite as quick to jump on him that time.
Yeah, and he might have done well to do so. I think that there are cruiserweights and then there are Orlin Norris. And I think if Orlin Norris gets a championship shot and wins the title, he'll dominate that division for 3 or 4 years, and I mean totally.
Yeah, it's been a division that's really been there for the dominating, if you will.
Since Holyfield, who did a terrific job in that division. That's something people forget. He was a wonderful cruiserweight and had some great matches.
Well, people all of a sudden get stars in the eyes when they get a cruiserweight because they start thinking heavyweight.
Right. And if you can get up there, Norris was a heavyweight, of course, and now he's down a cruiserweight. His power is more, his defense is great, so we'll see. But the Coles and the Cheses are fun to watch. We've seen them, and Wamba also. So and for a young man like this, Kobuzov, there are some opportunities out there for him.
Kobuzov has a rather serious cut of his left eye right now. I don't think it's going to affect anything, but
what a tough guy to fight, Parker. He's so awkward.
And that cut where earlier in the fight really would be a problem because there is blood getting in the eye.
Probably for clash. There's a point taken away from Parker there for holding and pushing. He might disqualify him.
He might.
Now.
Yeah, it's possible.
And even if it's not on purpose, I think Parker is creating a lot of mayhem in there with these tactics.
Another right hand. Now Parker throws a left hand. I don't think that hurt Kobuzov. I think he just bounced into the rope.
He's just muscled Kobuzov a lot in this bout. That takes his toll on you. Bad cut. Oh, they're gonna hate to come out of this fight, which is a relatively easy win for Kobuzov, with that cut.
Actually, both eyes were cut. Remember, the other eye was cut early in the fight. It's not anywhere near as bad as the one over the left eye, but that one is really bothersome. And if that were earlier in the fight, that could be very much of a concern.
Yeah, unless, of course, they did call it a clash of heads, which it should have been, I would believe.
And Parker's going to finish the fight. He takes another big right hand at the bell, but he finishes on his feet.
Well, give that man A for effort and for grit. Parker did hang in there throughout this match, and that's impressive in its own right, but certainly not a performance that will get him the win, and nothing that will push him ahead.
Well, a reminder that next week we will not have a...
This may be where the clash of heads took place. Yeah, very well. It's possible. It's hard to tell. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, there's 3 or 4 to choose from there. And Kobuzov finally says, I got to get out of here because I'm going to get cut some more. 8 of 124 jabs in 6 rounds were landed by Parker. Not a strong jabbing performance by this young man.
Not a big weapon for him, and you can see a cut underneath a little scar tissue already.
Right,
there obviously was another cut. Now that's the cut that happened earlier in the fight. That is not the one that was caused by that headbutt.
Yeah, that was the left eye.
All right, let's get the official word. Here's Michael Buffett.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. Steve Weisfeld and Shafiq Rashada both have it 59-53. Gene Williams scores at 59-54. For the winner by unanimous decision, still undefeated, Sergey Kovacev.
So Kovacev runs his record to 13-0, and you have an idea we're going to see this man again. The talented cruiserweight, Sergey Kovacev. Back with more. Back at the Trump Taj Mahal in the Marquettis Arena. We're in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and we come now to our main event. That between Bruce Seldon and Alexander Popov. Popov stepping into the breach for Elijah Tillery earlier this week. As to Seldon, he is ready, willing, and he says able.
At 25 years of age, Bruce Seldon has had his peaks and valleys as a pro boxer. He's had lots of impressive early wins, like this one over Ezra Sellers. But an opportunity against future champ Riddick Bowe ended in early disaster.